Hey everyone, this is the complete walkthrough played in the Hot Shots 9-hole Cup Master Division qualifying round. The winds are a little difficult on certain par 4s and par 3s to work with consistent spins and adjustments. However, I will recommend the tweaks you can make to have the shot work for you. Again, these will be my recommendations only, and I advise practice tokens on every hole to get a feel of the approach. If you feel my play is all luck or flukes, then you do not have to follow anything I say and you may watch somebody else. This is a free reference guide, and if you follow it and make some tweaks, you can see a low score for yourself as well. And now, as you can see from my scorecard, I have drops on holes 1, 3, and 7. And I also have a practice drop on hole 5 in the main gameplay. I had a bad pull and missed the rough. So we can be looking somewhere at minus 15 or lower as a possibility in the qualifying round. The timestamps will be mentioned shortly after the video is posted, and the raw notes will be available in a couple of hours time. So stay tuned for them. Now, without any further ado, let's start with hole number 1. For the drive on hole 1, we'll be using quarterback along with a king slayer or a centurion ball, 4 toss spin and 3 bars of right side spin, keeping the white ring touching the rough to have the glitchy ball guard line aiming towards the bunker. Just like that. See, the ball guard line is forming towards the bunker. Then we adjust 1:1 plus 0.2. So for 9.8, I adjusted 10 rings. Center the ball and hit perfect. And we can be looking for a drive yardage somewhere between 295 to 305 yards. I caught that roll, so it may be 300 plus. If you do not catch that roll, it might be 295 plus. 305 in my case. The second shot will be played with your guardian. Now I highly recommend packing the grizzly because you will see I will come in between clubs and then I will have to respin, which will take a couple of extra seconds, so you do not want to do that. See, again, just right there. So max backspin but 0.5 bars. So you go to max backspin and then subtract 0.5 along with 1 bar of right side spin. Then you keep the second bounce on the top right corner of the dark green square, as you see there. And then you will make an adjustment, medium distance plus 10% elevation. Now I have dropped this shot with a great right, with a great left. I particularly have here a great right to show it has drop, and it has also dropped with the perfect. So if you get the adjustments right, then you should be lucky, and this should backspin towards the hole to start off with an eagle on hole 1, par 4. Hole 2, par 5. This one we are going to start with a P2 ball at NMT, then going to switch to a centurion or a king slayer ball. Apply 7 toss spin and 1 bar of left spin. Adjustment, max plus 15% power 3 ball numbers. And epoch 6 plus will not apply any OP regardless of how many rings you pull into, but epoch 5 will have to apply some OP because you have less toss spin. Inner wall left curl, try to hit perfect. We are looking for a drive yardage between 370 to 375 yards. .371 in this case. The second shot will be played with your sniper at landing position slider plus 20% elevation. Use 2 toss spin and 1 bar of left spin. Have the second bounce on the rough with the ball guard line going to the hole. Here I keep about like 1 green square through the hole, or maybe 1.5, but make sure you keep it 0.5 green square through the hole maximum, not more than that. Then from plus 6, I played this one 87% slider and 20% elevation. Center the ball and hit perfect. Now what I did wrong here is I had one or two clicks of OP which change my landing position, and as a result I missed this one on the right. So do not apply any OP or underpower and you might be able to get an albatross on hole 2 par 5. Hole 3 par 3. This one we are going to play with a sniper along with the king slayer ball. Apply 4 right spin and 1.2 to 1.3 backspin. Have the ball guideline in line of the pin. Disregard the location of the rings. Ball guideline should be looking just like that. Then we will make an adjustment 1:1 for 9.2 miles per hour. We'll be adjusting 9.2 rings, and after we adjust we will pull back one ring towards the tee. This is because we are adjusting from a lower to a higher point, and which makes us gain distance. So in order to compensate for that, we pull back one ring, center the ball and hit perfect. Perfect ball. And this one comes in nice, dead center at the pin for a hole in one on hole 3 par 3. Hole 4 par 4. This one we'll be playing with Apocalypse along with our B52 or the Goliath. 7 toss spin and 3 bars of left spin. At the top of plus 5 yard mark, keeping the white ring touching the rough on left, we will make an adjustment. Maximum distance plus 15%, power 3 ball numbers, and then we will apply 5 rings of overpower. Notice the amount of curl I have. It is about 1.5 ball curl to the left with 5 rings of OP. Great left is better than a great right because we have a wind push from left to right. Depending on the roll, the drive yardage will be plus minus 360 yards. 361 in this case. Now the second shot will be played with your B52, counting rings from min at 25% elevation. Now what I did wrong here is I had more of a 1 o'clock pull instead of like straight or 12:01, which will make me miss this one towards the left. You apply all the toss spin, having the ball guideline curling down like that. First going through the hole and then curling down like that. Again, rings from min plus 25% elevation. So I believe I played this one 40% slider and 25% elevation, but due to a very bad pull, I will miss this one on the left. Make sure you keep the pull straight, as straight as possible. And you might drop this one for an eagle on hole 4 par 4. Hole 5 par 5. For this we will start with a P3 ball at complete max plus 16 yard mark. Epoch 7 and 8 will have the white ring touching the rough on left, while Epoch 5 and 6 will have half of the white ring inside the rough on the left. Then you will apply 7 toss spin only. You can play this one with a P4 win 4 ball as well, but I do not have any on me, so I am playing with a P4 win 5 ball instead. Adjustment will be max plus 10% P4. Epoch 5 shall push up 1.7 rings after adjustment to compensate for the less toss spin. Then apply a max left curl, trying to hit perfect. You might catch a glitch roll, you might not catch a glitch roll, which will determine your drive yardage somewhere around 400 yards. For the approach shot, we are going to play with the guardian at the landing position plus yardage slider at 10% elevation, power 4 ball numbers. 1 backspin, having the ball line going to the hole, or 0.5 green square through the hole maximum. For plus 7, I played 71% slider and 10% elevation. Favor 11:59 if anything, do not favor at 12:01. Otherwise, you might risk missing the rough completely. Now I hit a great right, and you will see we will drop this one on the center right of the pin. So a perfect hit should most likely drop this one dead center at the pin for an albatross on hole 5 par 5. Hole 6 part 3. This one we are going to play with a quarterback along with a P1 win 5 or a P0 win 5 ball. 3.9 backspin, 0.7 to 0.8 left spin, keeping the ball guard line in line of the pin, just like that. Now very important is to favor 1201. If anything, do not favor 1159 at all, otherwise you might risk missing the rough completely. I played this one 1:1 plus 0.3, and I will miss this one on the left by one green square. Initially I had tested with 1:1 minus 0.2 and I was missing 0. Not 0, sorry, I was missing 3 to 4 green squares to the right plenty of times. So what I would recommend is to try 1:1 or 1:1 plus 0.1, and that shall bring you closer for a hole in one on hole 6 part 3. Hole 7 part 4. Here we do have an outside chance for a hole in one on this part 4. We have a predefined spot, keeping a portion of the white ring inside the, a portion of the white ring onto the fairway pad on the right. Then depending upon the wind strength, we shall be tweaking our toss spin with 1 bar of right side spin being consistent. Case of 14.8 miles per hour, I'm using 1.6 toss spin and 1 bar of right side spin. 1.5 ball curl to the left with max OP, we try to hit perfect. I hit a double great right, but you will see I will come very close for a hole in one. Now I'm not saying that we should always try to hit a great right, because you might also end up in the bunker. And our first priority should be to have a easy eagle and then maybe an outside chance for a hole in one. This was the shot on my main gameplay. The following drive will be in the testing arena. Now this is the drive in the test arena or practice arena, whatever you want to call it. Same way, a portion of the white ring inside the fairway pad on the right. Now in case of 14.4 miles per hour, I'm using 2 toss spin along with 1 bar of right side spin, keeping the left curl same along with max OP. In this case, I hit a single great left, but you will see we are still safe here. We'll be somewhere on the fringe or on the fairway for a very easy chip for the eagle. Now for some reason, if you roll up into the rough on top, then we shall be using this humongous funnel. Apply max backspin, and then we will keep our bounce on the fringe. See, I will apply max backspin and then keep the ball guard line going center the cup, just there. Then I play this one 10% of the win for 15.7. I adjusted 1.5 rings, and all you need to do is hit perfect. You might also get lucky with a single great right or left, but hole 7 is a must eagle in my opinion in the qualifying round. Hole 8 par 4. This one we are going to play with a kingmaker along with a sniper at complete P3 max, keeping the red ring touching the bunker on the left. Then we'll be applying 5.1 backspin and 1.2 left spin. Adjustment is maximum distance plus 30% power 3 ball numbers. Center the ball and hit perfect. And you will see we will miss this one barely on the right edge of the cup. So the only tweak I would recommend here is maybe to add 1 or 2 clicks of left curl, which should bring you more left in line of the pin for a hole in one on hole 8 part 3. Hole 9 par 5. This one you can play with any power 4 side spin 3 wind 3 plus ball. We need power 4 specifically for the second shot. 4.5 toss spin and 3 bar of right side spin. At the plus 7 yard mark, we shall be keeping the blue ring touching the rough on right. Then we'll be making an adjustment, maximum distance plus 10, max without any elevation, power 4 ball numbers. It's not max plus 10, it's max plus 0. So max without any elevation, P4 numbers, and then we will push our target to max. Max right curl without any OP, we try to hit perfect. And depending upon the type of roll, we should be plus minus 380 yards on the drive. $377. The second shot will be played with your power wood club, the Cataclysm. The reason why we are playing with the cat is because just in case if you end up short on the drive, then you should have enough power on your wood club in order to have the first bounce on the fairway. Apply spins to have the ball guideline 0.5 green square short of the pin. Do not keep it to the hole like I'm doing here. On the video, I play 15% elevation at 70% slider from +2. However, 15% was a little too much and I will miss this one by 0.6 green squares to the right of the pin. So what I would recommend is to change 15% to 10% elevation, keeping the landing position plus yardage constant. And you might see this one drop for an albatross on hole 9 par 5.